Chief of Staff, members, I will do right to all manner of people according to law, that I will not directly or indirectly communicate or reveal to any person any matter which shall be brought under my consideration or shall become known to me as Inspector General of Police, except as may be required for the due discharge of my duties as Inspector General of Police, and that I will devote myself to the service and well-being of the people of Nigeria. So help me God.
I'm bringing law and order to the table. Like I mentioned earlier, I have made up my mind to ensure that my officers get to know that we are working for the people of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and the citizens of the country are our bosses.
So, can I? Yes.
So you set up a committee, Ifman member committee earlier today. Tell us about that committee and what you hope to achieve with it.
Yeah, the committee was set up early this morning to look into the issue of state police from the angle of the Nigerian police. We don't want it to seem as if others are taking decision and we, the most important people concerned, did not do anything. We want to ensure that the best thing is done. State police has come to stay, and the police should be able to contribute their own part in making it succeed. The police are not afraid. Our jobs are not being taken. It's just an issue of partnership.
The House of Representatives Committee on Finance has flagged off its revenue monitoring exercise for the 2023 to 2025 fiscal year as part of efforts to boost funding for the 2026 budget. Chairman of the committee, Honorable James Falike, says the annual engagement with revenue-generating agencies is aimed at uncovering all government funds to support the 2026 appropriation bill once passed.
The target of 11 trillion to us as a committee of finance is very critical, and anything that will inhibit the achievement of that, we'll be ready to work with you. So he had requested, he had moved that you write a letter to write your position paper. It's not even about based on this discussion, and let us see from your angle and why we need to make a case for the suspension to be lifted.
Controller General of the Nigeria Customs Service, Bashiru Adeniyi, said the service realized 3.2 trillion naira in 2023, attributing the figure to a slow start in the first half of the year.
Permit me to explain that there is still a hanging issue about the Finance Act. The aspect that says we should have 3 trillion naira from excise, addition of some products to excise, has not been done yet. The collection of duty on PSP has not been done yet. The collection of duties on telecoms has not been done yet. And we projected 3 trillion from these particular 3 items.
The Managing Director of the Federal Airport Authorities of Nigeria, Olubunmi Kuku, disclosed the agencies generated 8 billion naira in 2023 but lost revenue due to debts owed by defunct and operating airlines. She added that FAN recorded 17.5 million passenger traffic across domestic and international flights in 2023.
The fact that FAN is introducing cashless cards does not mean that that is the only mode of payment at our point. It just means that we're not collecting cash. There are at least 4 methods of payments, especially at the toll gates, which has been creating a lot of the traffic. The first is that we have e-tags. With the e-tags that are purchased annually, you can pass through the toll gate smoothly. We also have the VIP stickers which you use. Your own personal cards are also available to work. So
In another development, the House Committee on Federal Polytechnics and Higher Technical Education has approved the budget performance report of federal polytechnics nationwide, while raising concerns over compliance lapses and staffing constraints at the Computer Professional Registration Council of Nigeria. At a budget defense session held at the National Assembly Complex, Abuja, the committee's chairman, Fuad Laguda, pledged stronger collaboration with rectors to tackle persistent challenges in the sector. He urged institutions yet to submit their budget documents to do so promptly to enhance legislative oversight. Track up.
It's sad to state that the following polytechnics did not submit themselves for budget evaluation and performance. The following polytechnics: Federal Polytechnic Ayede, Oyo State; Federal Polytechnic Ede, Osun State; Federal Polytechnic Ekowe, Bayelsa; and Federal Polytechnic Ado-Ekiti. These four polytechnics did not submit their reports and did not make themselves available for budget evaluation and performance. And we would like that to be on record, and we will take it up appropriately with appropriation. Like you know, we always tell you in this committee, we are working for the progress and the development of the polytechnics. We are not here to strangulate or to frustrate or to witch hunt any institution. We are looking for development and how it can get better. We understand the situation in the polytechnic that is really dwindling down. So we cannot hit a dead hand with a sledgehammer. Kindly appeal on our behalf to your institutions that have not submitted, that they have up until close of business on Thursday to submit their report.
Comfort Olayinka, Mitvplus, Abuja.
The Nigerian Education Loan Fund (NELFund) has approved an extension of its student loan application portal following a significant increase in awareness and nationwide demand generated by its ongoing sensitization campaign. The statement signed by Mrs. Oseyemi Oluwatuyi, the Director of Strategic Communications at NELFund, said the decision follows a reminder notice issued last week informing the public that the loan application portal will close on 27 February 2026. However, in response to strong feedback from students and key stakeholders across the country, the surge in applications and inquiries, the fund approved additional days to ensure all eligible students are given the opportunity to complete their applications. Mrs. Oluwatuyi said the extension is specifically intended to accommodate students who require additional leave time to complete their applications. Prospective applicants who became aware of the scheme during the recent nationwide sensitization engagement. Institutions newly commencing their 2025/2026 academic section and institutions yet to submit their verified student list. The Managing Director of NELFund, Mr. Akintunde Soya, reaffirmed the fund's commitment to inclusivity and equitable access, saying the sensitization efforts across the 6 geopolitical zones have significantly increased awareness and participation. Marian Inahimion, Mitvplus.
The Director General of the National Council on Climate Change, NCCC, Dr. Tenioye Majekodumi, has intensified calls for a green economy, climate resilience, and sustainable development as Nigeria prepares for COP30. Dr. Majekodumi made the call while speaking at the ongoing 3-day Green Conference and 2026 Project Implementation Retreat in Lagos, which focuses on advancing climate change management and sustainable development initiatives. She emphasized that Nigeria is accelerating efforts to transition to a green economy, describing it as critical to driving economic growth, attracting sustainable investment, and achieving the nation's climate goals.
Capacity building is important. We must make sure that the women in the in the communities, and also the men that are using these processes should be able to improve their livelihoods. We want to reduce carbon dioxide, but also carbon monoxide, which comes from the smokes. And initiatives like what the Green Plinth have done in these cook stoves reduces all that completely. And that's what we want to try and push out. So capacity building is key to be able to do this. Training and behavioral change is also part of the issues that are happening and needs to go on. It needs to be amplified. Nigeria is how many million people in this country? We need a lot more to be able to push through across all 36 states.
The conference themed Decarbonizing Africa from Policy Commitment to Scalable Implementation converged senior government officials, regulators, subnational leaders, private sector players, investors, and development partners to deliberate on practical strategies for climate action. On the second day of the deliberation, speakers stressed the need for coordinated and collaborative efforts to fast-track sustainable infrastructure decarbonization across key sectors of the economy.
To herald the work that he has done in supporting us, in driving the tenets and the proponents of climate change through circular economy. Lagos State has been a powerhouse in climate literacy, especially in the aspect of promoting commerce and green finance for communities. Because of the nature of climate change as an agnostic ideal, there's so many sectors and projects that we're fostering, that we're launching, that expresses the tenets and the benefits of a sustainable economy.
One of such ways of ensuring that the opportunities are harvested is through the carbon market. And so what we're doing here today is to see how through the projects by Green Plinth we are able to get that done, and of course mobilizing the needed finances to accelerate climate actions that we need today to help us deal with the challenges. And so my call to action is that let all of us work together, deepen the understanding, because interestingly all of us want to play one role or the other in the carbon markets, but not everyone understands the dynamics. And so there's a need to deepen the knowledge, there's a need to deepen the understanding. And so all of us need to work together so that we know the role we can play in the entire ecosystem. Thank you very much.
We are actually working in line together in what is happening concerning the challenges of climate and the process of decarbonizing the state. So, so far, you know, SDG comes with the issue of poverty reduction. This is a way of reducing poverty. This project by the Green Plinth, the Clean Cocoa project has come in to solve the issue of poverty, to increase revenue to families and to state, to provide health to individuals, particularly women, to also raise up economic income to the families and be able to meet up the basic needs.
The conference is organized by Green Plinth Africa in collaboration with the National Council on Climate Change and the Office of the Vice President, Federal Republic of Nigeria. Abiola Ismail, Mitvplus, Lagos.
And the winner is...
The Africa Magic Viewers Choice Awards is back.